Alright, YouTube, let's try this again. It's your boy Rugghead down by the river. Rugghead by the river. Get it. Oh, I forgot to turn it on. Whew. I always get a slow start, man. I think I get nervous because we go live. Because I'm recording or something. Anyway, Grom story, part 2. I just beat the hell out of this thing and it just wouldn't break. So I was like, dude, it's completely indestructible. Oh, speaking of which. And I treated it as such. Unfortunately, you know, I stripped out both differentials like everyone does. And I stripped out the V2. So I ended up getting the locker, man, just rocking it this way. I did get the GPM, that's cool, but I've been broke all of those plastic wheel hubs. I got another set and broke all of those too. So I got a giant pile. I'm gonna make a whole episode of nothing, just broken Grom parts. So you know what to, you know, the pluses and minuses of each thing, because I understand, you know, why Arrma would make those plastic, but it's takes some explaining to do. But I'm looking at these machines, like, they are so incredibly engineered. There is like no tolerance on anything. So even Spectrum, man, there's like no tolerance. Their batteries are perfectly balanced for their ESCs. Their ESCs are perfectly balanced for their motors. Their motors are perfectly matched for the gearing and the car weight and everything, and the tire size and the crush zones, and everything's just impeccably designed, man. I am so impressed, man. I had no problem buying a couple more, because this one's still running. It's remarkable. The material they use is just incredible. Now, like I said, once you start going, I think my body came off. Once you start going 50, 60 miles an hour, man, you know, I don't care if it's metal or plastic, it ain't gonna hold up too much. Too much abuse is 60. I don't care what it's made out of. But, you know, I'm gonna make a video on weight reduction and prolonging your vehicle, because I've had to do everything with this one, and I've watched every Grom video, and I don't think anybody's covered it. So got some fancy fresh content for you. I know you've had enough box reviews and a bunch of these YouTubers, man. They got like 5,000 RC cars, you know, so the Grom is meaningful to them. But this is my only one, so I've thought about everything. I think about it when I sleep, man. I'm like, got a sickness. That's how I am with hobbies. I realize, man, everybody's got a hobby. You know, I understand now why people spend $500 on a fishing reel or $140 on oil paint, you know. They're getting those fancy art brushes, you know, that are like human hair or whatever. That's a lot. That's big money for those kinds of hobbies, man. I didn't realize it. You know, of course you got those cheapies that are trying to do it on the cheap, but it's like kind of like me, low-key, on this thing. I try to keep it cheap, man. I end up spending $1,000. But that's why I want to make some videos, man, because this is all unbiased, man. You got most of these guys out there that's been doing these Grom videos, man, they got like 100 cars. Like, no joke. They're sitting there talking about the Grom this or that, how it's a fun little thing. Man, this is the best thing ever, dude. The way they put this thing together, for the price point, man, it's ridiculous. Like, I'll race a Losi around this track, man. You want to race a Losi? I got two-wheel drive. Let's go, motherfucker. As I spin out. Let me get some of them super tuned Pro Line tires on there, man. Oh, I'll beat your ass. Anyway. I love this thing, man. That's what I do almost every day. Get it in. Oh, I always want to be a race car driver. Oh. If I could spit that camera. Oh! Wasn't paying attention to that. Anywho. So I'll tell you what I did, man. First thing I broke, I think, was my diff. And I got a rock stuck in my wheel. It wasn't horsepower. It was a interference issue. And I was new and I didn't understand what was happening. I figured if I just gas it more, it'll dislodge itself, but it just ended up stripping out the gear pretty good. And I broke a shock out here. I broke the bottom, the Arrma plastic one. And then, so I got some cheapies. Those were good for parts. And then I got these Power Hobby ones, which have broken a few times, but I've been able to repair these, so still running them. I'm running super thick shock oil, 90 weight, 80 weight. Figure, man, it's pretty brutal out here. I need some thick stuff. And I got the harder springs in the front. Kept the back end kind of loose for racing, because I got that locker. What else? Oh, now I have the Arrma steel rear axles. Oh, but they're in a hobby racing locker with hobby racing diff cups. And then I've rebuilt the bearings once or twice. Got the aluminum center drive train, 22 tooth pinion, 4500 kV. Oh, I guess it's a 2845 is the size, something like that. 2848, something like that. It's a great motor, man. I was getting something crunchy. I think I might have lost a tooth, but fine out here. What else? The first thing to go was the body, so that's what I was impressed with. I started doing, you know, backflips and front flips and just smashing that tailgate to smithereens, man. That's why I decided to go full aero, is because I was already missing the back end. And I ended up figuring out how to make that neat little wing on the back. So problem solved, man. I'm gonna make a video on that, how to make a wing for cheap, for nothing. It's perfect size for the Granite Grom. It usually has little fins on the sides, but I broke those off doing my speed runs earlier today. Sorry, I had a car staring at me. There's a car over there distracting me. Oh, so I was taking it on long walks, man. It was getting some pretty good, impressive run time. And I got, my first upgrade was a second battery. And so I would take it on a walk. When the you know, you just start walking with it, jumping driveways and doing speed runs down the street and crashing into cars and trash cans and everything else. And then when my battery would die, I would put in the fresh battery and walk home. And man, it was getting impressive run time. As I still am, man. My hat goes off to the Spectrum system, man. They know what they're doing over there. They really do. They might use some cheap parts, but their engineering and stuff is amazing. I have had a problem. I blew out 2 of those USB chargers, and I got the S100 charger, and it stopped reading my batteries, so they sent me a new one. And they sent me 2 fresh USB chargers, so the warranty is incredible at Spectrum. That's cool. So I'll stick with Spectrum, man. I got 4 batteries. I'm gonna get 1 more. I'm gonna get that 2200 Ma 100C 3S battery for my speed runs. So I got a BLX Typhoon Grom coming tomorrow morning, hopefully, from Amazon. And that sucker's just not that one's never gonna crash. I'm just doing pavement, straight lines. And I'm already figured out how to set it up using this as a guinea pig. So I already know how to, I'm gonna try to squeeze like 70 miles an hour out of the stock system, man. I have the world's fastest stock Typhoon. More to come. Bet. Oh. And then I got a new Granite. So all the fresh parts I don't use in the BLX and the fresh parts I don't use or whatever. I'm gonna have a fresh Granite to race, because this one's pretty beat up. Ow. With a fresh servo, and I'm gonna put this 223 system in there and some of the parts, but for the most part I got new shocks, new GPM gears. I'm gonna swap out the Typhoon drivetrain, most of it, and then I'm gonna rebuild this one, what's left of it. I have to recondition some of those screw holes, man, so I gotta figure something out. Anybody have any ideas on how to restore your chassis holes? Comment down below, man, because that's a big one. These are indestructible other than the stupid screw holes that strip out because they're using machine screws instead of plastic screws. But I guess I can upgrade the plastic screws if that's an upgrade. They got that helicoil stuff too. I was looking into that, but that's kind of a pain. I don't know. I was thinking of just super gluing them in there, because it's just going to be a basher. Just bash it. Don't, super glue is your friend, man. Super glue and duct tape. Look at that. 2S. Oh, so much fun. It's getting late too, boys. I've been out here almost an hour already. Loving it. Still got one more battery. It's just the way it cut loose, man. I can understand how someone could sit under a tree for an hour trying to catch a fish and never catch anything and still enjoy himself. Now I understand. Oh, bummer. Oh, getting high. Oh, come on. I'm getting a little sloppy. Maybe I'm getting tired. I've been out running all day today with this thing. I got my new one coming tomorrow, man. I want to give this one a good last ride. Oh, it was still my favorite. My favorite because my only one, but don't tell him that. Oops. Two-wheel drive, man, so much fun. Oops. So you do that. Woo! Coming in hot. Cutting it close. Come on. Oh, that's horrible. Gotta make up time. Turbo button. I'm on 75%. Okay. It's barely any throttle, man. It's sideways. Ooh! Love it. Big rocks. Oh! Oh, that would have been awesome. Oof. Technical course, man, it really is. Might look simple, but oh. You got negative angle turns, you got oh. You got two kind of jumps that you gotta take right. That used to be a jump. Oh no. Look at that. Oh! hit something. Something in the fairway. Anyway, this battery's almost done, boys. Gonna have to get home before the sun goes down. Big shout out to anybody who made it this far in the video. Hit that thumbs up. You want some more of this sweet sideways content. The Grom life. Shout out to, let's see, Bashmaster RC's dope. Go check out his page, man. Mr. Meados. That dude's rad. Turtle RC. There's an RC Addicts. Pretty cool. But let's keep this growing community growing, man. This is an awesome deal, man. They're sold out all the time. Can't keep those 223s on the shelf. And there's no wonder why. And only us real ones converted the granites, man. I don't think Arrma's gonna do it because these things are just too wicked for the market. They're too squirrely, man, and they're so fast they break. So I think Arrma's like hitting the max of what you can do with the car. You know what I mean? Anyway, I gotta go get my other camera. Change my battery, go home. Anyway, see you guys.